Hi everyone! Welcome to my channel, Carolina's Creations Handmade, the perfect place for you to learn how to make beautiful things of your own. So make sure if you're not a subscriber, you click the red button down below, and also please click the bell button down below so you don't miss any of my videos. And today I want to share with you how to make your own prize ribbons. I shared this before and a lot of you asked for a tutorial. These are inspired by the Maggie Holmes Willow collection. But this little guy over here, so this is an embellishment pack from that collection, and I got inspired to make mine, and I'm going to show you how to make this small one here, and I'm also going to show you how you can make the bigger one using tools that you may have at home, because for mine I was using an older die from Cricut, and you probably don't have this die. You can use any scallop die or punch, and you're also going to need a smaller size circle. And I added a decoration here using my cuttlebug die and a little heart at the end, a golden die. So I'm going to show you the materials here. I'm using this scallop die stitch one from Gina Marie Designs, and I'm also going to be using the outline of my cuttlebug die, and I'm going to show you in a minute how it looks. So this is the die that I'm using, and it cuts the inside and the outside of the die. It's a cuttlebug die, so it cuts the outline and it cuts the inside shape. And I'm going to show you here the inside shape. You could use it to put it as a background, but I'm not going to do that here. And you can see on the back there's a stamp from Art Impressions that has two bunnies. I'm going to use that to stamp the head of one of the bunnies. I'm going to color it, and then I'm going to fussy cut it to use it for my first prize ribbon. And now I'm going to look at my Maggie Holmes paper line, the Willow Lane, to see which paper I want to use for the backing of the head. And then I'm going to use a circle punch, a 1-inch circle punch, to cut my little backing so I can put my bunny head on top. And once I cut the little circle, I am going to cut a scallop shape using the die, the Gina Marie die that I showed you before, and this is how it looks. And I love it because it cuts the stitching too, and it adds more accenting to it. And I'm going to use a golden outline that I cut from gold poster board from my Cricut die, and I love how this looks. I'm going to show you in a minute, and I'm going to be using also a little strip here from the Willow Lane paper collection for my fishtail banners. So I'm going to glue my outline to my scallop, and I'm going to do it in a way that the tips of the outline match perfectly with my little scallops. And I love how this looks. It kind of reminds me of a bottle cap, a flattened one. And it's really funny, when I was making this, I was singing crazy, following the tunes from Shawn Mendes. What kind of music you guys listen to when you craft? So now I'm cutting a foam piece here that I'm going to use to bag my piece that I'm going to use for my bunny head. And then I'm going to glue this one to my scallop circle. So you guys have to tell me what kind of music you listen to, or what do you watch while you're crafting. Sometimes I watch YouTube, and sometimes I just put music and start singing crazy. And now I'm going to glue a little piece of fun that I cut for my bunny head, and I'm going to glue it on top of the round piece that I cut before. And our top part of our prize ribbon is almost ready. And then after that, I'm going to actually work on my fishtail banners. So this piece measures, let's see, a little shy of 2 inches, and we're going to trim it on the long side at 1.5 inches. Then you're going to cut it in the center, and you're going to get 2 little pieces. You're going to make your fishtail banner, so make a little cut in the center and then cut diagonally. That is going to make it easier for you to have even tips on your fishtail banners. And then we're going to glue the fishtails like I'm showing you there. I'm going to be using ribbon here from Stampin' Up. You can use any ribbon you have at home. And this ribbon is actually a little shy of 3/4 inches. Around 1/8 of an inch shy of 3/4 inches. And I love it because it fits perfectly here. So we're going to cut it, and we're going to cut the ribbon into a 2-inch piece, and you really don't need to have it this long, but I rather cut the 2 inches so that if I make any mistakes I can correct them. It's easier to cut than to add. And I'm going to be using another piece of ribbon that is a 1/4 inch in width, and this is going to be glued in the center of my first piece of ribbon, so it will look like this. And after we glue it, then we're going to glue that ribbon onto our fishtail banners. So apply enough glue in there, and we're going to glue it right to the top. You don't really need to do that because it's not going to show, so you could glue it a little further down and cut your piece a little shorter. But like I said, I'd rather do it this way, and I'd rather have enough length to correct any mistakes. And now we're going to glue our bottom piece to our top part. I'm going to move around my top and place it in the way I think it looks better. So here's our prize ribbon almost ready. It's looking pretty good already. So we're going to do the fishtail at the bottom of the ribbon. On this one, I'm not doing the cut in the center, but you can do it if you need it to guide it. And then you don't see it here, but at the end I place a little glue, and now I'm going to use glossy accents all over my bunny head to give it more accent and shine. So we're going to leave it to dry, and it looks so cute. So we're going to make our next one, and I'm going to use a punch, a scallop punch, and a circle that measures 1.5 inches. So I'm going to cut it, leaving enough space so I can cut a frame with my scallops. So I'm going to start cutting a circle first, and then I'm going to use the scallop to cut a frame, as you saw me doing there. And I'm using some of that Maggie Holmes Willow paper. I also cut another scallop, and I cut it using gold poster board, and I love doing it this way. I cut a circle piece that I'm going to put in the center, and I cut it smaller so you see the gold give like a frame to the centerpiece. And you can glue the scallops right on top of the other, but I'm going to glue them offset because I want them to have a different accent. I want the gold to kind of like show up a little bit. It's going to look sort of like a circle instead of a scallop, and I love the look of it. I'm going to recommend that you apply the glue not to the scallop as I did here, but to the frame piece that you cut, because that way you won't have to clean up a mess on the center. And now we're going to glue the top using another foam piece so we give it some dimension, and it's going to make it pop and look prettier. And now we're going to use ribbon. I'm using some Galena ribbon, gold ribbon that is a 1/4 inch in width, and a grosgrain ribbon that measures 7/8 in width. And I'm going to be using paper again from the Maggie Holmes Willow Lane. I'm going to cut a heart from the paper using my 1-inch punch, and I'm going to glue it to another foam piece to pop it up. And then I'm going to cut a piece from the Willow Lane paper line that measures 1.5 inches by 2.25 inches. You're going to cut it in half, you're going to glue them, and I'm going to give you a tip. Glue them so the corners of the fishtail banners hit right at the edges of the ribbon. And you're going to cut around 1 inch longer, and we're going to glue the ribbon to our piece, and then we're going to glue the 1/4 inch ribbon, the gold ribbon that we're going to use to accent it, to our wider ribbon. And you see there I didn't use it all the way to the top because it's not going to show. And we're going to glue the top of the ribbon prize piece to our bottom. And now we're going to cut our fishtail banners on the sides. You could actually cut them before you glue them, but sometimes I do, sometimes I wait. And again, if you cut in the center and then cut diagonally, it helps you so you have even tips on your fishtail banners. Now we're going to apply glue to the edges of our banner, and we're going to glue the ribbon. And then we're going to make the fishtail on the ribbon piece. And you can see that this time I cut the slit in the middle as a guide, and then I'm going to cut diagonally. And our ribbon piece is done! I added a little gold heart on top of the blue one, and I also added a little gold accent piece around, as you see now. I hope you guys liked my tutorial, and don't forget I'm running a 6,000 subscribers giveaway, and I'm going to have 2 really nice prizes, so you need to participate. I may add another prize to it, and I'm going to ask you to please share it with your friends on social media and your YouTube channel if you have one. Thank you so much for watching. Welcome to all my new subscribers, and thank you so much to all my existing subscribers for your love and support. I hope you guys are doing great, and I hope to see you back here soon for another video. Bye bye. Love you guys. Mwah.